For years, conversations around artificial intelligence have focused almost entirely on job displacement. Headlines warn that automation will destroy livelihoods and leave millions without work. Yet this framing overlooks the deeper problem. It is not AI itself that threatens people, but the economic system in which AI is deployed. Our current model is built on debt and profit maximization. Companies adopt automation to cut costs and boost quarterly returns, while human labor is treated as a line item to be minimized rather than a source of creativity and meaning. When technology is forced to serve this profit-centered structure, AI becomes a weapon of replacement instead of a partner in progress. The flaw, in short, lies not in the tools we build but in the rules of the economy we inhabit. Against this backdrop, the Pi network presents something dramatically different, a design that is as much social philosophy as it is blockchain technology. Pi positions itself as a human-centric economic infrastructure a system in which value creation begins and ends with verified people. Through its global KYC process, only real humans can hold accounts and receive rewards. Every transaction, every contribution, is anchored in verifiable identity, making large-scale fraud and manipulation exceedingly difficult. Currency issuance is tied to measurable participation in service rather than speculation or leverage. In this architecture, artificial intelligence and financial capital become tools for human benefit never independent actors competing for dominance. Instead of asking how many jobs AI will erase, Pi reframes the question: how can technology amplify human contribution while keeping people at the center of economic life? This model carries profound implications for governments. Imagine a network that allows automated taxation, a seamless, built-in mechanism where a fraction of each transaction is routed to public revenue in real time. Such a system offers what traditional taxation often struggles to deliver: stable, predictable income in an economy increasingly defined by digital flows and borderless commerce. Governments could integrate their own non-public databases with Pi's blockchain, selectively sharing information while charging minimal service fees. For treasuries facing shrinking tax bases and rising administrative costs, Pi becomes more than a new currency, it is an infrastructure of fiscal survival. By embedding tax collection directly into the transaction layer, Pi creates a transparent and virtually frictionless revenue stream, aligning state interests with the network's growth. The ripple effects of this integration could be enormous. Nation-states would converge on Pi not out of ideological preference but out of necessity. Participation guarantees reliable tax flows and opens access to a transparent ledger of economic activity. As governments link their data systems to Pi's blockchain, a parallel revolution unfolds: the acceleration of global knowledge sharing. Public and private data streams, when carefully permissioned, could circulate at unprecedented speed, allowing insights in medicine, education, and infrastructure planning to move across borders instantly. The result is an ultra-efficient network where contribution, taxation, and information exchange occur within a single, trusted architecture, far more nimble than the fragmented legacy infrastructures of today. The strategic consequences are striking. Traditional elites, those who have long controlled currency issuance, financial mediation, and opaque capital flows, would see their leverage diminished. Their options narrow to two: join a transparent, contribution-based system or risk irrelevance. Governments, meanwhile, gain a stable revenue engine that requires no coercion and minimal bureaucracy. Ordinary citizens, verified as unique humans, earn rewards directly tied to their participation and creativity. Over time, debt-driven economies begin to yield to contribution-based economies, where value reflects genuine human input rather than speculative credit. Seen in this light, Pi Network is far more than another blockchain project. It functions as a civilization rebuilding framework, one capable of protecting human agency in the AI era while simultaneously advancing the fiscal interests of nation-states. The key questions now revolve around adoption and timing. Will governments move swiftly to integrate with such a system, or will political inertia slow the process? Can Pi maintain the balance between privacy and the transparency required for automated taxation? And how will established financial powers react when their traditional instruments of control begin to erode? The answers will determine whether this bold architecture remains an intriguing possibility or becomes the backbone of a new economic era. The Pi network appears to be on the verge of its long-anticipated grand open mainnet, having already achieved the core internal milestones it once set for itself. More than 10 million wallets have successfully migrated, over 15 million pioneers have completed KYC verification, and a thriving ecosystem of more than 100 applications now operates through Pi App Studio and hackathons. These accomplishments demonstrate that the network is technically mature and internally ready. What remains is the external environment, which involves far more than simply receiving regulatory approval. Governments and financial institutions demand regulatory compliance, integration with existing financial systems, and careful alignment with global events such as Crypto Week, the G20 Summit, or even US election cycles. This external readiness requires global technological synchronization to ensure transparency, interoperability, and auditability. At the center of this convergence stands Protocol 23, the upgrade designed to bridge Pi's internal achievements with the demands of the wider financial world. Protocol 23 reportedly integrates AML and KYC safeguards, enhances transaction traceability to meet international standards, and introduces advanced smart contract capabilities for decentralized finance, tokenized real-world assets, and decentralized autonomous organizations. It also enables cross-chain interoperability with networks such as Stellar and Ethereum while remaining compatible with established payment systems, making it a regulatory-friendly and developer-rich gateway. Recent patterns, like the quiet release of Node 0.5.3 ahead of major crypto events, suggest that the Pi team times upgrades strategically, and many observers believe that the full deployment of Protocol 23 will act as the ignition point for the grand open mainnet. If this prediction holds, Pi could emerge as a transparent, regulation-compliant ecosystem ready for widespread adoption, offering a foundation for next-generation payments and even potential tools for sovereign debt restructuring. Such a launch could influence not only the Pi community but also global financial dynamics by pushing economies toward a balance between debt-driven and contribution-based models. Key questions remain. How will regulators react to Pi's built-in compliance features? Will geopolitical events accelerate or delay the launch? And can Pi maintain decentralization while meeting strict AML and KYC requirements? The answers will determine whether Protocol 23 truly becomes the decisive fuse that ignites Pi Network's transition from enclosed testing to a fully public, globally integrated blockchain.